too bad for kids raising kids. When I finally settle down, find love and build my home, and I'm sitting down picking out names for a few of my own. I'll come.
Still need our thing.
Yeah, when are we going to get that back? I guess that's a negative.
This is your number one.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Orange Blossom Social. I am your humble correspondent. Bobby Randall with Dangerous Dave is here. I can't hear anything in these headphones. Can you?
Nope.
Nope, can't hear anything. So
It's on, but we ain't got nothing.
Do what? Can you all hear us out there? You can?
Does that mean I can talk about it and you won't hear it?
Probably.
All right.
So whatever's going on with this is not going on. Do what?
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Well, I can talk while you're...
You eat too many
That's right.
egg rolls, you go home.
I can't hear anything. So I'll just jabber
We had egg rolls
if
this
we're on the air and not working. Anyway, good morning, everybody. And look at the crowd, man. There's a bunch of folks in here. How y'all doing? Everybody okay? Showed up for Tuesday podcast. There you go.
They
It's
will
just
always work better if you plug them in.
Yeah, it helps.
a little plug. Captain Kurt there, producer to
He's
the
had a rough
to the
week.
rescue. Yeah, it's well, the whole gang is here. Roger Byers is here. Heather Byers is here. Captain Kurt, producer of the show. Fast Eddie, Dangerous Dave, and Mike, our roving reporter, who is out there. If you have any questions, because that's kind of what the show's about. If you all want to chat with us about anything, raise your hand, and Mike will show up with.
Hey, I have a question right off the bat, Mike.
Everybody except for you. Oh,
Hey,
what?
do you have any connections with the police force anymore? Is there like a reward if you turn somebody in?
Yeah, there's always a.
I'm at 441 and 42, 2 cars behind this white Jeep, and he ran the traffic light.
That was me.
I'm gonna turn him in.
I
Do
ran
get a
that
reward?
stop sign
Yeah.
because I was late.
That probably doesn't qualify for the tips
Oh
line, but
man,
it's frustrating.
I was hoping to cash in
It
on
wasn't red, Eddie.
that. It was red.
It was pink.
I'm going. Who's running that red light? Oh,
It was
I know
only
that.
pink, right?
It was kind of well when yeah. Can
yeah,
you shut his mic off?
No,
Yeah. It was right up here in the corner, and I was coming at a pretty good clip, and it was yellow. I don't think it was red when I was under it. That doesn't count, does it, Mike? I mean, if it turns red and I'm under it, I can't stop, right?
No.
There you go.
But-
See, but
We'll
there's-
just
there's
let
other-
it go. It depends on the perspective of that patrol
he's
car.
guilty. He's
or,
guilty.
Or Fast Eddie.
I'm capitalized on that. I didn't have my phone out fast enough, or I'd have recorded it.
Turn me in. All right. Well, welcome to the show, everybody. We are all here. And boy, what a great weekend we had again
Oh,
at the
man.
Orange Blossom Opry. Lots of fun.
Incredibly diverse past week.
I'll tell you something. I have ADD, which is attention deficit. I never heard of any of that stuff when I was in high school. All of that stuff, that now, I don't want to even get into this, but they give you meds for all this stuff. People are on too many meds because they didn't have any of that stuff. You know what my cure for attention deficit was when I was a kid?
Probably the backside of your mom's
Backside
hand.
of my mama's hand.
Yeah,
'Cause
mine was a belt.
You'll get your attention right away. You said, I'm back now. But,
Or wait till your father gets home.
Yep.
yeah, wait, ooh.
That's where the belt come in.
That was never good when Dad had to come home. Anyway, that worked out well for us because Wednesday night, we were a blues band. We had to open for those guys, and those cats were good, man.
They were awesome. DeSoto's
Yeah.
Tigers testimony.
Woo! Yeah.
You know, I forgot to ask him where the DeSoto Tiger name came in. But
I don't know.
after looking at that harmonica player, I figured, oh, that's got to be.
Hey, man, that guy, I like to play with, I don't get real intimidated by people because what we do is kind of different. But that dude was dangerous, man.
Yes.
That guy was a harmonica playing,
He was playing Mozart and Bach on a harmonica.
yeah, fool. Crazy good. They were crazy. So Wednesday night, we were a blues band. And then on Thursday night, we had our showcase, and we were
That was real good.
all over the place, because those people picked the songs. So we kind of played that. On Friday night, Riders in the Sky were here. And
Roger's favorite.
Roger's favorite.
Yeah.
They were here. And
They're awesome.
we kind of had to change because they play, cowboy music. I mean, real cowboy, like Home on the Range, that kind of stuff. Cool, clear water, that stuff. So we had to change that. Then Friday night, we had to turn into Saturday night, we had to turn into a completely rock band.
For
'cause,
Tina Turner.
Tina Turner was here. And then Sunday, we were with Rhonda Vincent. So you can't pigeonhole this band. What a great weekend, huh?
Oh yeah, and I don't know if anybody caught it, but the Rhonda Vincent show was completely streamed on
Yeah,
our.
they streamed it. Well,
And man, and I love Rhonda Vincent. She's amazing. She can play. She can sing. Her band was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
But Nathan on the sound, it sounded so good online.
Yep, I don't think people.
They don't have an appreciation for how good Nathan really is.
No, I try to tell people about that all the time. I mean, our band is real good, but you're only as good as your sound man, because if your sound man doesn't know what he's doing, because he has control of everything, you could just do what you do. His job is to make sure everything is where it is. And I listened to some of Rhonda's show, and I didn't want to say this, but I could say it again to Roger. There was two people. Larry Gatlin said, I don't know what you're paying your sound man, but you need to double it. And somebody else said, I don't know what you're paying Nathan, but you need to give him a raise. So message passed on.
Yeah.
But no, he does. He's the unsung hero, the seventh member of the band, I guess we call
For
him.
certain. But yeah, Rhonda was amazing. It was a great show.
She did a cool thing with twin fiddles. She's an okay fiddle player. She can hold her own, but she played this twin fiddle thing that was pretty cool. So maybe Dougie and I need to do that, because it was maybe we need to steal that from her. She watches the Orange Blossom Opry sometime. She was on line when we were doing some show. I don't know.
The Brooks and Dunn show.
Yeah, the Brooks and Dunn show. She was
Yeah.
commenting on it. She's a good girl, and man, she's just as humble and sweet and nice as can be. We sat back there and talked for probably 45 minutes about nothing or everything. I remember her and her daddy and what's his name, Darren. They had a little family band, and they played over this place in Missouri called Silver City.
Dollar City.
Yeah, Silver Dollar City. They played over there. They played like 5 or 6 shows a week. Every day they played over there, and that's where I first met them. And she was just a kid. And
Well, speaking of Darren, isn't he going to be here next week?
Darren will be here next weekend, I believe. That's her brother. So
Yep, the 4th.
Yeah, it's on the 4th. So he's kind of got a thing going too. But boy, Rhonda's the real deal. And if she, she's kind of grabbed the name of the Queen of Bluegrass, but I don't know anybody that's any better than her. And
Right.
her band is pretty awesome. So that was a good time with her. What was your favorite? So here's a question for you. What's your favorite? Because I put on my Facebook, I tried to show the difference in our band. I put part of Heartaches by the Numbers, which is just an old country shuffle with fiddle and steel guitar. And I put Hotel California on there and put, same band, and tried to get people to see what their favorite was, And it was kind of a mixed thing. You know, a lot of people like this, but it's amazing that this band can pull off all of that and play it real. So play Heartaches by the Numbers and then play Hotel California. So cool weekend.
Oh,
Do you-
yeah,
Do you have a
awesome.
favorite, a preference?
Oh, no, absolutely not. I mean, it's like trying to pick my favorite finger. you know?
Right. Well, that's what I say. It's all fun and it's all good. Awesome weekend at the Orange Blossom Opry and packed house just about every night. Birthdays today in the country music business. Ronnie McDowell, he's 103. Kenny Chesney, I don't know how old he is. It doesn't say. Rodney Atkins is March 28th. Reba McEntire and Charlie McCoy. You know, Charlie McCoy was here once. He came here. Yeah, he came here one time, the Charlie McCoy band, and he did pretty well. Did he do okay, Roger? I think he sold okay, yeah. So kind of.
You know, our buddy Bob Battersby is going to be backing him here shortly.
Charlie's still out playing?
Yeah.
Where's he
Bob told me what, I don't remember exactly when and where, but it's
Can
going
we
to be.
go?
Yeah, I think it's on one of our off nights.
Well, yeah, that's which are rare. Okay, maybe we'll check that out. I know Charlie. That'd be great. And Greg Martin of the old Kentucky Headhunters and the late Lefty Frizzell's birthday's on the 31st.
Well, while we're on the subject of birthdays,
Yeah.
I have a very special birthday coming up on the 29th. My eldest son Travis is
Yeah.
turning 26.
Yeah, and who just landed
a great job
with this cool company. They've got the coolest name. They're called what? The Dark Side Killers.
Dark Star Intelligence.
I was close.
He's
Missed it by that much.
he does top secret things for the government.
Yeah.
So, he just got a new job and going to be relocating from Anchorage, Alaska to D.C.
So he does stuff that people can't know about, right?
Yeah, well, he always it's the old joke. I could tell you what I do, but then I'd have to kill you.
Yeah. Well, didn't the Democrats been doing that for years?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay,
Doesn't
no,
he?
sorry,
Does he
bad
know what to
joke.
do with somebody who runs a traffic light?
Aha!
He'll know who to call out.
Yeah,
He could probably pull up the cameras.
Hey, you know what I heard about today? That there's Captain Kurt knows because he's a firefighter guy. There's been a bad fire out in Ocala in the forest out there for a while burning. Y'all hear about that? Yeah, it's not anywhere near here or anything, but I just read about it. It said that it was started by lightning strike, as close as they could figure out. So Florida's on fire
Well, that's
now.
better than some goofball leaving their campfire going.
Yeah. So Wednesday, we're on again on
Yes.
Wednesday. It's round 2. We have to be extra good this Wednesday because the guy we have an agent. They call it. He's a talent buyer, and what he does is provides all of the talent for the Orange Blossom Opry. It's I don't know how those guys do that because it's got to be almost a full-time job. But they work with Roger and Heather and coordinate all the acts that we're going to bring in here. So they get together and talk about it, and then they decide who's coming and when and all that stuff. And it's a pretty intense job. But he's going to be here Wednesday night, so that's not going to be a night we can suck. So we'll have to be good. We'll have to be good. He'll be here. I guess he's coming to town for a while. And C.J. Chenier will be here in the Red Hot Louisiana. Now, you say, where's the Cajun up there? You don't say Louisiana where you're from, do you? Or you say Louisiana? One or two? Louisiana or Louisiana? I mean, I say Louisiana, but I think Louisiana people say
Louisiana.
Louisiana's the way. Here's the boss coming right from.
Uh-oh.
There's different parts of Louisiana says it differently, but we call it Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Yeah, see, there's no damn W in there. Louisiana. What the hell's she talking about?
Louisiana.
Aren't you glad you asked?
See, I'm glad I asked. Louisiana. I don't even see a W in there. All right. But no, I understand that.
That's like asking a Cajun, is it hot? No, it's hot.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
hot. Well, anyway, the Red Hot Louisiana, you got the picture, right? A band will be here. And he is the Prince of Zydeco. And when I think of Zydeco, I think of this. I played a festival with Buckwheat Zydeco. And Buckwheat Zydeco plays the accordion. And I've never in my life heard anything except maybe a jet engine that was as loud as that accordion. I never heard a man play accordion that loud in my whole life. It was like it would just blow your face off. Buckwheat Zydeco.
You know my red Strat.
Yeah.
I got from Cookie Chavez' Buckwheat Zydeco Jr.'s guitar player.
Really?
Yeah,
Is Buckwheat Zydeco Senior out?
yeah, he's passed.
He passed out. Yeah, that accordion probably took him out. Damn near killed me, and I wasn't even playing it. All right, rest in peace. Anyway, yeah. So, this guy's the Crown Prince of Zydeco, so they say. C.J. Chenier, Grammy-nominated, world-renowned musician, and son of the legendary Clifton Chenier. Now, I didn't know who that is. They called him the King of Zydeco. So. This ought to be good. This will kind of be different music then, because if it's Zydeco blues, that's kind of different stuff.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
cool. I mean, it's cool.
A lot of strobe lights and block lights involved in it.
No. And
I wonder if he'll have as much accordion as Jimmy Sturr.
oh yeah, Jimmy Sturr. Jimmy Sturr had a lot of. You love Jimmy Sturr.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is it fair to say though, Mr. Byers, sir, there'll be no dancers this weekend? Any of y'all here for the for that this weekend for
Tina
the Tina Turner?
Turner?
Did y'all see that?
Oh, we need some backup
Those girls.
dancer.
That's a funny thing because the girls are going, and the guys are going, yeah, I was here. I don't believe those dresses could have been much shorter. You reckon? And I didn't watch the show, but I heard there's a couple of what do they call those? A
wardrobe
malfunction. Yeah. Was there a couple of those?
Did we broadcast that? Oh,
We did.
dang, no.
Oh,
Not the
we-
wardrobe malfunctions part.
No, I don't think we did either one of those.
You know how Bobby gets some of the musicians from other bands to sit in with the band every now and again? Well, he tried to get the dancers to sit in with us.
Yeah. So come in and sit in with us.
Yeah.
There was no sitting in those outfits.
I missed my opportunity with my mirror ball stuff, man. I'm going, I could have been a third dancer there.
Yep, because one of them looked almost like you, Eddie.
I couldn't do the splits, though. There were some tough splits
Yeah,
there.
well, I'm going to let it go at that. But all right, anyway. So he'll be here Wednesday night, and we play, and then we have a couple of Wednesdays off, I think, and then our final blues night Wednesday night will be Walter Trout in a couple of
Yes.
weeks. But all three,
April 16th is Walter Trout.
all three of these bands, all three of these shows that the Orange Blossom Opera gets to open for, and we only know 2 blues songs. So if you come, we'll just play we'll revert them. You know, play the first one the first time, second one second time. We did okay, didn't we, Dangerous?
I thought we did fine.
Yeah, we held our own. I mean, they didn't knock us completely out.
Uh-oh, we got a question.
Oh, we got a question. Name and where you're from first.
Terry from St. Louis, Missouri.
Terry from St. Louis.
You killed it with the blues.
Oh, we did. We did
Yeah,
okay.
you did a great job.
Yeah, I thought we did okay. I mean, but they against the A team, it wasn't like if they'd have put us up, a couple of those other guys up there, we could have, had a little better showing. But my gosh, they put us up against the A team. Man, those guys were crazy good. And I presume that this guy's got
C.J. Chenier, yeah.
I suppose he's going to show up with his guns loaded as well. I'm sure. All right. Well, this weekend, question. Yes, ma'am.
Good morning. My name is Susan. I'm from New Jersey.
Hi, Susan from Jersey.
How long, when you take a new song, does it take the band to perfect it,
To learn the song?
to learn the song and then put it out to us?
Well, I think it depends on what guy in the band, because our piano player still hasn't learned the words to Heartaches by the Number, which my dad was singing. I heard up this weekend, and I said, Chris, which, by the way, I went into the Ace Hardware yesterday and walked right into Chris. He's now moved over close to this.
It's in the paint section, yeah.
Yeah.
Sniffing paint.
Yeah, snorting paint. I'm a lucky dude with that. I think it depends on each person individually. Now, as far as the band goes, musically, we'll rehearse the song, 2 or 3 times, and then we'll play it. And a lot of times, sometimes you'll see guys still looking at charts, but what would you say, 4 or 5 times, and you're ready, and
Yeah, pretty much.
Then you're chart free, ready to go. I'm pretty lucky because I'm not very smart, but I'm able to learn words real quick. I can look at a song, and generally, even a brand new song, and I might mess up a word here and there the first, second, or time I do it, but usually 2 or 3 times, and I'll have it. That's a difficult thing to do, but some people are real good at it, other people's not so good.
Well, it helps, too, that every week we're learning a whole bunch of new songs, like for the showcase and things like that. Picking up different songs, it just keeps you in what I call playing shape. You actually are used to following progressions and things like that. And then to me, it's all about the little things, the signature lines, the little licks and tricks.
Remember and all that.
Yeah.
But to play in this band, you have to be able to read, and you have to be able to play, with some kind of authority and some kind of something, and read at the same time. So a lot of songs we never played before, but if they have the music up there, we kind of have our charts that we read. As far as learning it for ourselves, 2-3 times, I'd say.
Yeah,
we're
a couple,
pretty
3
good.
times,
I
yeah.
usually, most guys come to the rehearsal with the song, say Dave's going to learn this song. So he comes pretty prepared as far as learning all the words. I do, and most of us do that, sit there and learn the song at home. And the best way for me to learn the song, if you want to ask that question, is every song, if it's any good, has a story. It's all a story. And try to put yourself in that story. That's what I do. What am I singing about? What story is this? And what story am I trying to tell? And that helps me remember what song I'm singing. Sometimes I completely forgot the words to a song this weekend that I've sang 1,000 times. And that is like when you go off the rails, no coming back usually. It's like, where am I? I'm in the ditch. No,
You might as well write it out.
I'm in the field now, and it's just a good time to just go into kumbaya. Because you can't hear what I'm saying under my breath. But good question. Anyway, Mike's here. Also on Facebook out there, if you have any questions, fire away, because we're here to take questions. When are we going to get our prompter back, Captain Kurt? We don't have our prompter. Was that going to come back, or did you sell that for trade it in for money for cinnamon rolls?
It's a network issue.
It's a network issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an answer to everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a network issue. Fast Eddie's here with us this morning. Fast Eddie, what do you got going
Good
on
morning.
back there?
Oh, I have a really cool album down here. Bobby Rush in our blues series just released. He's out on tour with Kenny Wayne Shepherd, and most people know who Kenny Wayne Shepherd is. But this album they released on their fan club, and they only made 100 of these. You can't see it, but in that red vinyl is etched picture of them. I don't know how they've done. That's something new they're doing in vinyl I've never seen before. But it is so super cool. It's autographed, and I had to hurry up and get to because they only made like 100 of those picture discs. They're really, really, it's real rare. But the album rocks. Kenny Wayne Shepherd just with Bobby Rush's lyrics, they got a song in there called G-String. So just imagine that. That's Bobby Rush's work, but it's really
It's about
cool
guitar
album.
strings, right?
Yeah, sure it is.
G-string, yeah,
You know
of course.
Bobby Rush, it definitely is.
Yeah. And they only made 100 of them. Are they not planning on selling a
No,
lot?
of the picture disc.
Of the picture disc,
Yeah,
the regular
and
disc, yeah.
autographed picture disc, yeah. So the rest of them,
I made 200 of my last CD and sold at least that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, very cool.
He was good. Hopefully, we'll have him back here again sometime.
90 years old, right? Isn't that what he was?
Yeah, better hurry then.
Is still. Was.
Better
Still.
not wait too long. Just saying. All right. On Thursday, we're smack dab in the middle of our Rising Star contest, and I got to tell you, I can't remember her name. Was it Emma? Is that the girl? She was a taller girl.
Yes.
I don't know any of these
Yes.
people's names. Taller girl had on some kind of long dress that looked like
that's Emma.
looked like curtains. That's the best I could explain it. Yeah, her. She's not very old, but I thought she was really exceptionally good. Like exceptionally good, meaning really good. That's what I thought. Did you have?
But yeah, she's back this week.
Yeah, she didn't win, but she took second place, so she gets to come back. And then she'll compete against all of these people here whose names I don't know, but Noah Montgomery, Aiden, well, I don't know, Conchera, I think that would be, and Riley Goldberg, and what's that first name up there y'all reckon? That might be, looks like
Annalise.
Annalise.
Yeah.
looks like a leave. Like, it's not a leave, it's an Elise. Yeah, it's always good to have one name. Anyway, she'll be back. I hope she does well because I thought she was far above the rest of them. My point. Also on Friday night, it's Friday Night Live.
Yes.
Yeah. We have a question on Facebook. Come on, bring it, Captain.
This guy, J.R. Reek,
Yeah, that's it.
he wants to know who in the band has been playing professionally the longest.
If you define it by professionalism, being
Yeah,
paid to
define
play.
that. Yeah, what's that? Paid to play?
If you're paid to play, I was first paid to play when I was 9, and so did Keith.
Yeah, Keith probably be the guy in the band. I
I
started
don't
playing.
know. Dougie's got my vote.
Yeah, Dougie's been. Well, I started in. Where's Larry? I started my music career as a kid. You know, I had a band, and I played in, and we got paid. And I think I started that band, Wildwood Playboys, when I was in 7th grade. So how old were you when I was in 7th grade? I think I was like 19. No. Anyway, I was in seventh grade. I had a band. So however old you are in 7th grade, and Mike Ross, who's in the hospital by the way, my guitar player was in the 5th grade, and we got paid. My mom was our promoter, and we traveled everywhere. But my first, I think, if you want to talk about professional, my first real professional was when I was 14. I started playing on Sundays with this guy named Barney Card. And at 14, he said, "Here, drink this." On Sunday.
You might have the advantage just by number of years.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I got a few years on some of these boys.
I don't know. Dougie might have come out of the womb playing banjo.
That's true.
Yeah, he may have. Good question, though. Yeah, but all of us, everybody in this band have been at it since we were kids. Dougie, Keith, Dave, you may have had a few side jobs somewhere along the way, but the majority of us never had any other jobs. I don't think Randy's ever done anything but play music. So most of us have just been doing that, our whole life. Sometimes you get sideways and do a couple of other things.
I've picked up other jobs to get me from gig to gig, but
Yeah. I quit one band. I didn't have any idea what I was going to do. I got a job. I started auditioning for TV shows. I cut all my hair off and started auditioning. Got jobs on TV shows. So I did that for a while, and then got back in playing music again. And as soon as I got back playing music, I started back playing with Confederate Railroad. I grew my hair long again. If you look at pictures of Confederate Railroad, when I first started, I had the short TV haircut looking thing going. And yeah, I got another one. Come on.
Nancy Wallace wants to know, what is your favorite song to do? And we'll open this up to everybody on the stage.
favorite song to do.
Eddie's favorite song
Yeah,
is
I know.
Neon Moon.
No, we need to change that question to what song we don't do anymore.
Yeah. You go first, Dangerous.
Well, it depends. I mean, if we're talking like songs that we're doing currently, I enjoy playing Hotel California. That's a fun song to play. But I mean, I also enjoy playing Liza Jane. Anything that I get to do some picking on.
Yeah, I think for me, it's, I don't know that I have a favorite. I have some I prefer more than others, but one of the things we try to do is pick great songs, so they're always fun. So you're not up here going, "Oh, I hate this song, man," and start playing. Because if it's like that, we don't play it. When I run a song by somebody, "Hey, Dave, what about this song?" "I don't really like that song." "Okay, on to the next one." So you want to keep everybody in the band playing the music they like. So I think we played Neon Moon for Eddie 3 times this weekend. Was that right?
Too many, I know that.
Eddie loves
Too
Neon
many.
Moon. Yep. If you guys want to do anything at all for Eddie, just send him a Neon Moon CD.
No.
You hate that song so much because
Yeah, I
of
do.
the song, or just because it's wore out?
Because it was wore out. When I was disc jockeying, and it's still, I swear, you go to Villages, you're probably going to hear that if they do a country show, because it's some kind of, I'm not a dancer, but it's some kind of two-step or
Obviously.
something that they did.
Well, it's like Mustang Sally.
Yeah.
you
Well,
hear
let's
that
say
Exactly. They're going to do that same line dance.
Let's pick the worst song. So what's you can tell our worst songs because we don't play them. I don't play Wagon Wheel. Yeah.
Well, guess what? We're playing it tomorrow night.
Yeah, it's on the
Or,
showcase.
Thursday night.
Wow.
Yeah, it slid in
That's
on the showcase.
payback right there.
That's payback. I just
Yeah,
can't.
I told Charlene, oh my gosh.
Oh, they do them
Tennessee
fancy
whiskey.
too?
Whoever said that? I can't stand that Chris Stapleton's version of Tennessee whiskey, because go listen to George Jones' version, and Dean Dillon, who's a friend of mine who wrote the song, with a girl named Linda Hargrove. They wrote the song, and David Allan Coe, of all people, has got a great version of Tennessee Whiskey. So all he did was turned it into a blues song, which we do, which is easy to do, and everybody goes crazy over it. So I can't stand that song. Those are my two that we don't play. Which one do you not like, Dangerous? That we don't play.
That we don't play? That's hard to say. Well,
Yeah.
Wagon Wheel was it. Now we're going to have to play it. But
Yeah, but we don't play it. We have to play it if somebody comes along and has it on the show. We can't throw it out because we don't like it. We have to play it like that. But as far as us,
and we'll do our best at it. But
yeah, we'll do it all right. But Friday Night Live or something like that with our band playing. And we were talking about Hotel California. We play that song at the end of every Friday Night Live and at the end of every one of our rock shows. And I always think, well, we need to just quit playing that song because we're wearing it out. And then people do exactly what y'all are doing out there. No, don't do that. So
I played in another band, and our Hotel California was Purple Rain. Mm-hmm. We'd had to do that song every flipping night, and
Purple Rain.
that's probably my least favorite song now.
I like Purple Rain's okay, I guess, but I didn't play it a million times. Anyway, so that's what's going on. Friday Night Live sold out. God bless all you folks for making that happen. So if you want to come see us on Friday night, come on live.
And you'll hear songs that we do like.
Yeah, we'll open the doors, and you guys can sit in the parking lot if you don't have tickets, and we'll try to sell that where people can listen on those little speakers. And did they have that in the movies where you were?
Oh, yeah, let's go to the lobby.
Yeah.
The lobby speakers where, yeah.
All right, the Saturday is Gary Puckett in the Union Gap, everyone.
That's going to be a good one.
Woman. Yeah, that's him. I talked to those guys yesterday. Cool guys. They were in Australia. See, guys like that, Gary Puckett, he was huge all over the world. The only band I played in that had the first band, Sawyer Brown, we never had any records that were international records. All of our hit records were here in the United States. And so we had no reason to go anywhere else. We did go a couple places. We went to, with Kenny Rogers, a couple places, Japan, but I don't think they knew what Kenny was singing over there. It was like, that was crazy. But anyway, Confederate Railroad, though, had Trashy Women was almost an international hit. So we went to France and England and a couple of other places. Gary Puckett goes everywhere, like the Bellamy Brothers. Their records are international. So they've been in Australia, and they're back here, and they will be here on Saturday for two shows, 2:30 and 7. And how old do you reckon he is? He's up there, but he sings.
Gary?
Yeah, Gary Puckett. He's awesome.
He's got to be 80.
Late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, Eddie's age.
Yeah.
All right. So, and then on Sunday is, he's on Saturday. On Sunday is
Dr. Carl.
Dr. Carl Bennett in his tribute to John Denver. So, were you a John Denver fan? I wasn't.
I liked him. My mom listened to a lot of John Denver, so I was real familiar with a lot of the songs.
Yeah, my mom liked him, but then my mom smoked a lot of pot. So if you smoke a lot of pot, then I think you have a better connection with John Denver, because I don't care. What?
And guess whose favorite artist of all time is for me?
Who?
John Denver.
John Denver's your favorite artist?
Absolutely. That's the one. If I
More
had
than
to
REO
give up
Speedwagon?
music, if I had to give up music, that's one artist I would not part with.
So they say, Eddie, you're going to be stranded on an island
Yes.
for 5 years, and you can take one artist's music with you.
Yeah.
You're going to take
That's
John Denver?
Absolutely, yes. That without a doubt. As much as I'm a rocker, without a doubt, John Denver's going with me. When I'm in hospital with
never guess
pneumonia, I didn't watch the TV. I put headphones on and listen to John Denver. That's healing for me.
Stranded on an island, I would
Yeah.
try to overdose on bananas if I was stuck with him, with John Denver. It's okay. I liked Annie's song, and I liked There's a Storm Across. I like that stuff. I like, of course, the big song, Rocky.
Wait,
Country Roads is probably the biggest sing-along, worldwide sing-along there is, really.
Yeah, I like
If
Country
you want,
Roads.
Rhonda did it, and you heard that whole audience sing to that song.
Yep.
Everybody knows Country Roads.
Well, I'll tell you what. Yeah, one thing's for sure is you won't hear it any better because John ain't coming around anytime soon. But Captain Carl, Dr. Carl, is right on the money. You close your eyes, you swear John Denver's singing. He's so good. He's just awesome. So come by and see us. I don't know. It's almost sold out. It usually ends up being sold out.
Yeah,
But
he does a great job.
yeah, he'll be here. 2 shows on Sunday. Yes, sir. Question. Come on. Questions on Facebook. He's 82?
Yeah, Gary Puckett's 82.
All right.
This question comes from Kathleen Winter. Does the OBO band often stay after the pre-show to watch the main acts, and are there any that you would make a point of staying to watch?
You go first, Dangerous. The question is, could you all hear the question? I don't know if you could. Okay, yeah.
I stay almost every show, honestly, because at least for the first 4 or 5 songs, but there's quite a few that I've absolutely made a point. Like you've got to stay for Ricky Skaggs' show. I stayed for Rhonda's first show. Brass Transit, those guys are worth seeing, so I stayed for their show.
Yeah, we have, so when we have 2 shows in a row, we don't go home. We stay here. There's big TVs and sound systems back in the dressing rooms, so you can go back there and stretch out in a chair and watch the show from there. Again, Nathan Smith, killing it on the sound. It sounds just as good. I mean, the speakers aren't as good, but I stay for a lot of people. Some people I don't. Now, Eddie, did you hang around for Jimmy Sturr? You had to. Eddie run lights, so Eddie has to stick around. Eddie likes it good or not.
Oh, I enjoyed every minute of it.
Yeah.
No, they were actually very, very good.
Yeah, they were.
But 90 minutes of polka.
I think
I'm still in therapy.
I think we stay and listen to pretty much everybody. When our heroes come and people we like, we stay for sure.
Yeah, like I'm definitely staying for John Conley. I mean,
Oh yeah, and sometimes watch
I've seen
both
him
shows.
several times, but this is actually the first time I get to open for him.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I stayed for both the Gene Watson shows.
Oh, yeah.
Sat and listened to both. I mean, it's the same show, but it's so good. So a lot of those we do. I'm trying to think I can't think of any show we had that I ran out the door.
Well, Ricky Skaggs was cool because it was actually a different show in the afternoon and the evening.
Played a little different show. He did.
Yeah,
So-
Rhonda does that. Never the same show.
Yeah, she kind of changed up her show too a little bit for the first and the second show. So your answer is, most of the time we stick around, listen
Yeah.
to the folks. I mean, on behalf of Roger and Heather and stuff, I mean, they don't have many lemons, anymore. When I first came here, there were some people that I go, oh man, but I mean, pretty much they've upgraded a lot of things around here at the Orange Blossom Opry, and one of them's the talent. One of them's the acts coming in. Every now and again, you get one that I may not be so crazy about, but we all have our personal opinions. But for the most part, man, I mean, Brass Transit, that blues band last week. I don't care if you didn't like blues music; those guys were just unbelievable.
Eric Johansson was another one that I'd love to see back.
Yep. So, a lot of the talent. If you may not be a fan of that kind of music, but they're bringing in some pretty awesome people. Yeah. So that's what. And also, if there's any questions in the audience, just raise your hand, and Mike will come cruising around, and we can chat about anything. Because I don't care.
Yep, question right here.
Here we go. Yep. Come on. Name and where you're from.
Joanne from New Hampshire.
Hi, Joanne. That's
Can
where
you-
Mike's from.
Yeah.
Do you know Mike?
No.
Did he ever
I do
arrest you?
now.
Did he ever arrest you?
No.
Look close. All right, go ahead.
I have a question on your Bad Senator movie.
Yes.
Could you give us some more information about what you guys' participation is in it?
Well, I don't even really know how it came about, but one day I just knew there was a guy here talking to Roger. And so the movie script is about a senator. It's not political, though, which one of my buddies said, oh, but it's not political. It's not really political. He just happens to be a senator, and it's not pushing left or right politics. That's just what he is. But he's a bad guy. He's kind of an ass. And then he lives next door to this other guy that's a clown, and then there's a girl in the middle that ends up passing away. So it's kind of a comedy, but it's also a little bit heart-wrenching. Well, their original idea was the senator's daughter wanted to be a singer and all she wanted to do was be on the Grand Ole Opry. And I think when they went to the Grand Ole Opry or decided that they couldn't get in there or anything like that, well, the movie producer's mom lives in the Villages. So, and he's a retired police officer too. The director of the show and producer of the show, Chad Richardson is his name, is a retired police officer from Detroit. So he came down here and either stumbled upon the Orange Blossom Opry or whatever, found the Orange Blossom Opry, and so he kind of reverted the story to be that his daughter just wanted to be on the Orange Blossom Opry, that was like the big thing. Of course, her dad's a ball hog and a singer too, and every time she tries to sing, she steals the show. And so they're going on and wanting to know if they can use the Orange Blossom Opry for shoot some of the venue shots in it. And Roger and they agreed to that. So I just happened to be on the side because I'm a songwriter, and I run over and go, hey, you got all your music for the show? And he goes, as a matter of fact, we don't. I said, I'm your guy. So I ended up writing a bunch of music for the show. And then there's the Orange, so the Orange Blossom Opry, they want to be on the Orange Blossom Opry, so there's some shots of the guys playing. And, they come in and look at it, and I don't know how much of the scene is that, but it's just kind of showing. And then eventually at the end of the show, at the end of the movie, she gets to be invited to be on the not the Grand Ole Opry, but the Orange Blossom Opry. So that's kind of the gist of it. So some of the guys in the band are in there, and then we also played a lot of the tracks for the music that's in there. So, and all of the original music I wrote in the show, so it's kind of cool. Anyway, and I told my wife, I said, if this movie was a big movie like Top Gun or something like that, I got my first royalty check for songs. I said that decimal point would be about 3 zeros over there to the left, but nonetheless, it was pretty good. And
you can now stream Bad Senator on Amazon Video. You can buy it, or rent it right there.
You can rent it. Yeah.
And,
We almost did it last night.
Question on that: how many scenes were you barefoot in that movie?
I was only barefoot. I don't know when I first came to the Orange Blossom Opry. I played barefoot, and I don't know. I just did that. I did that for a while with Confederate Railroad. It was just kind of fun. I still go barefoot, and for you people that are not grammar majors, it's never barefooted. So if you say I was barefooted, you are never barefooted. You are always barefoot. I am barefoot. I went barefoot. I'm going barefoot. I was barefoot, and I will be barefoot. Never are you barefooted.
You were almost barefoot Sunday night. You came out with the wrong shoes on.
Yeah, I came out Sunday ready to play, ready to rock. I looked down, and I still had my work boots on. I went, wow, I forgot. We got busy back there jabbering. But then people complained about it. And then you remember when the COVID thing hit? I had a lady write in and say, I can't believe he's barefoot with COVID going on.
You don't catch it through your feet.
I said, yeah, how the hell you catch COVID through barefoot? I do not know. But anyway, so then I quit going barefoot. And that was kind of right at the time I decided, yeah, I'll probably dress up a little better here and stuff. But in the beginning, I was just in the back, played back there. So a lot of times I played barefoot. I like to go barefoot even around the work and stuff. I like having my feet on the ground in the grass and stuff. I got some weird things that you can pick up vibes from the world, from the earth. Yes, sir. Hold on. The mic's right behind you. There you go. Come on.
Okay. Bob and Mavis from Wisconsin. So maybe you should write a tune about there's always something wrong.
There's always something wrong. Isn't that Keith Blues song that he sang? No matter what I do is always wrong. Something like that. Although there's a song called Barefootin'. You ever hear that? Barefootin'. Probably written by, are you checking my grammar?
Got another one, Bob.
No, Chris sent me a text.
Oh, okay. Yes, ma'am.
Martha Nelson, Central New York.
Hi.
I watched the movie yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
Is it any good?
It's okay.
Yeah. It's a little long, isn't it?
It's 2 hours.
Yeah, it's
and it's mainly about this egotistical. He is.
Well, now
sort of an
answer me
ass.
this, because is it political? I mean, what I'm trying to say,
no,
it doesn't push a political agenda.
No, and he learns by the end of the movie what life is all about, and that he really can't be pushing people and acting like an ass like he always has.
But he doesn't push a political view.
Oh, no.
Good,
no.
okay.
And really, he's really, I mean, it says he's a senator, but he really, just some part of it's mainly about Del Webb. That's where the movie was, not the Villages.
Oh,
But
really? Well, so how much I
What I want to
know.
know is I loved the songs that the girl sang that you wrote.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd like to know, how could you get a soundtrack of that, or is there any way that you could get either one of those songs that you had written? They're very good songs. I mean, and they're sort of lost on that movie because nobody's
I
going
don't-
to hear them unless they listen to that.
Yeah.
You know.
Somebody's going to have to steal it off Amazon.
Yeah,
Talk to
bootleg
Kurt.
it.
It only costs $2.99 to rent it.
No wonder my royalty check was only 10 cents.
If you want to buy it,
Who the hell rents movies for $10 or $2?
If you want to buy it, it's $10. But if you just want to rent it for 24 hours, it's only $2.99. So it's
Wow.
not
Well,
like
there you
it's
go.
Not like it's going to break you. or
So
anything.
I don't understand. So because I'm not with it. So when you rent a movie now, it's not like the old days when you went to Blockbuster and rented a movie.
No,
You rent a
no.
movie, it just comes up shows up on your
Right.
TV.
Yeah.
Well, no, I have an iPad, so
Okay.
I had to download Prime Movies. So when I clicked that I wanted for $2.99, it came up on iTunes Movies, and then I just clicked on the movies, and there it was.
So
I watched it on my iPad.
So you only have a little window of opportunity to watch it, and then it goes away.
Yeah.
Yes, because I only
Unless you
rented
buy it.
It's
Yeah.
on for 24 hours. But watching it once was enough, I think.
Yeah. Well,
The best part of it is the very end where you're moving in next door, and they're like, "What the heck?"
yeah.
That was funny.
Kind of funny.
We could give you one of those big signs you could stand down to the intersection where you blew through the red light and say, "Please watch Bad Senator. I need the money."
Please watch Bad Senator. I need the money. That's pretty funny. Well, I didn't have anything to do with, writing or filming or anything. I just the guy that I just saw him standing there and saw an opportunity and said, "Hey, man, let me take a shot at." So I sent him probably 10 songs altogether and I wrote the theme song there that the girls singing. And he picked. I guess I ended up with 3 or 4 songs in the movie on the soundtrack, something like that. Yes, sir.
Yes, Bob E. from formerly New York, now of the Villages.
Yes, sir.
One of my bucket list things has always been a visit to Nashville.
Yeah.
I'm finally doing it next month.
Oh, you are?
Yes, so I need your opinion on the honky tonk that I have to go to or I'll regret on
You
that
like
trip.
old country or new country music?
Old country.
If you like old country, go out and see my friend Becky Henson. Go to a place called the Nashville Palace. And out there where the Nashville Palace is, there's another bar called the Scoreboard, and then there's another part called the Music City Bar and Grill. There's 3 bars or 4 bars right there in that thing, and they all play. That's where all the old traditional country music is. That's where it is. It's pretty hard to find traditional, the old stuff, Haggard, that stuff, down on Broadway. But you have to do Broadway. And if I were to suggest, if you're taking your wife or something, do Broadway in the early afternoon. Like go down there about 3 in the afternoon. You go down there at 10 o'clock at night, and it's like Bourbon Street, or it's just a bunch of drunks. But I mean, there's lots of bands. You can walk in one right in and out, in and out, in and out for blocks, and they're all real good. But most of them now are playing downtown, are playing the new country music. The older country music's out there near. It's called Music Valley Drive. So head out that way. That's where you'll find that kind of music.
And then since you're going down there, you can run down to 8th Street, and Carter's Vintage Guitars is right there.
And pick up a couple guitars for us.
They got Martins.
Oh, they got everything.
I got everything, but they got a decimal point that's a little bit left for both of us.
Yeah.
It was like $100,000, $50,000 guitars in there and all that stuff.
They have a Dumble amp for $250,000 for an amplifier.
Well, doesn't the Sears work just as good?
Well,
come on.
If you listen to my wife, yeah.
Yeah. Did you have your hand up? Somebody else have their hand up over here? Yeah, yes, sir. He'll be right there. Yeah, coming in. Yes, sir. Guy looks like Charlie McCoy from here.
Terry Muxlow from Michigan.
Hey, whereabouts?
Brown City, but I never heard of it. It's in the thumb.
Oh, yeah, in the thumb.
Yeah.
I know where that is.
I'm taken from what you talked about the movie. You haven't watched it yet.
You know, I did watch it. I watched it one time. They did a premiere here.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I saw it. I sat over there. And, yeah, I thought, I was probably paying more attention to my music than watching the movie. Because, we did all the music tracks, too. That's our band, the Orange Blossom Opry Band, playing on a lot of that. So, I'm listening and hear the mix and stuff, not paying attention. I probably should. I'd say this to my wife a lot. When you make movies, not that I've made a lot, but I've made been in a few movies. I made a bunch of videos with Sawyer Brown. And once you do that, it's like listening to a record. I don't think Dave and I listen to a record the same way you all do. And it goes the same with that. When you're watching a movie, I know every cut, and I'm watching cuts and edits, and that's bad, and that was a bad edit, and same with videos. And when you listen to music, I guarantee you not one of you people out there in the audience listen to the kick drum, but I'll listen to all different things because...
It's snare for me.
When we
hear a
make
good
music,
snare.
so kind of ruins it a little bit, but you watch it differently. Yes, sir.
Probably have to watch the movie though. When we saw it here, there were a bunch of clips, and he hadn't finished editing and putting it all together.
Oh, is that where it was?
Yeah. So I mean, it was really long there, and it was clips. I
The
understand.
hell was 3 hours long when it
Yeah,
was here.
I understand that he's cut it together now, and it may look a little different than it did.
Okay, but according to this lady, I still made the cut. So there you go. I did? All right, awesome.
All right, there's another question.
Yes, sir, come on.
John, and I'm from the 51st state, unfortunately.
Yeah.
My wife and I want to know why you wear the red scarf in your back pocket some days and some nights. Is there significance? I don't know what it is.
Allergies?
Well, two things. Sometimes the red scarf is a necessity, for blowing the nose. I really suffer with that. But so I started doing that a long time ago. And then when we go on... when I tell you where I got this from, you're going to really probably not like me so much. But you see the movie Tombstone? You remember what the cowboys wore? Yeah, they wore red sashes. The cowboys, they were the bad guys. And they wore red sashes. If you go watch Tombstone sometime, and Curly Bill and Ike Clanton and all those guys all wear. So we go on motorcycle rides. All the guys, last year I bought red scarves from the Orange Blossom Opry here, and all the riders have red scarves. Not because we're cowboys, but we just kind of recognize that we're all riding together in the same thing. So I've kind of done it for a long time. And this particular one has it's not used because I just got it out of the washer, but it's from Ride Motorcycle. You can see, because I wear it also that's pretty thin. I wear it as a scarf because I can pull it around. A lot of times I probably should, but I used to not wear a helmet at all. And I always wore these scarves. I wear a helmet all the time now on my motorcycle. So really no significance, but that's pretty funny that you're interested. Yeah. Wear a helmet if you're riding a motorcycle, y'all. I don't care how stupid it looks. Wear a helmet. Larry knows. Larry, remember when we used to have I used to have this ride called the Randall Ride. And I don't know, I did it for something. We thought about doing it here. We did the Randall Ride, and we took the money and gave it to somebody. I can't remember who we gave it to. What do you know? 4-H or something? What did he say?
Boy Scouts.
Oh, Boy Scouts. I gave them money anyway. So then my last Randall Ride, 128 motorcycles showed up. And I said, that's the end of that. And what happened was some dude hit a deer on the way there. And I said, okay, not happening. So we quit doing that. But we used to do a motorcycle ride in a radio station up there in Michigan. And I've been doing this red scarf thing for a long, long time. Anyway, moving on. Let's see, April 12th, the dueling pianos thing will be here. Billy Joel and Elton John. They, of course, won't be here. But two guys will be doing their music. 2 shows.
Father and son.
Do what?
Father and son.
Oh, they are father and son?
Yeah. Yeah, it's father and son doing the music of Billy Joel.
Oh,
and
yeah,
Elton
you know
John.
what? I think I heard that. And I wonder if they mix it up or if one does one and one does the other. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Jive Aces will be here on the 13th. Walter Trout again is our last. He will be our last
Blues and Brews.
Blues show, Walter Trout. That show's almost sold out, so that's pretty cool. And Susie will be back here as Carole King.
She's awesome.
Yeah, she's really awesome. And again, our favorite, Let's Hang On April 26th, which is my dad's birthday.
The $1 Million Reunion, April 5th.
Yep. Did I miss them? I must have
Yes.
slid by them. Yeah, lots of cool things. Oh, I see George Trillinger's coming here. Is that right? Man, that's awesome. On May 24th, y'all, our old buddy George will be here. That's pretty awesome. We're also on May 15th, mark your calendars, we're going to do another classic country night here. That'll be kind of fun.
Oh, we're doing one on the 1st also.
Oh, geez, we are?
Yeah.
I don't know that many old songs.
May
Oh,
1st.
right there, May 1st. I better get that. We gotta get that going.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, our John Conley. These rose. Hey, did you, last weekend, Chris started playing Friday Night Blues, just kidding around on the thing, and two guys in Rhonda's band can both sound like, both in the back started singing John. He's been working all week. Sounded just like John Conley. John Conley himself will be here for 2 shows. Rose-Colored Glasses on May 3rd, and the Everly Brothers Experience, the Zmed Brothers. They're awesome guys. They'll be here too. Super Showcase, that's the end of our show on May 8th. Still a busy month here. What is this still March? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right, April and May, still very, very busy. Lots of shows, lots of things available here. Check with online. And here's Dave to tell you about our Orange Blossom Opry app.
Yeah, don't forget that we do have our official Orange Blossom Opry app that's free and available on all your favorite app platforms. You can get it on the iTunes, I guess it's called iTunes Music or something like that. And then the Google Play Store. Download the app. Once you have the app downloaded, you can actually create an account and buy tickets for any show that's coming up. You see the full schedule. You can watch clips of this show is on there. And then you can get all your tickets.
I don't know what you can do. I don't even know what it is. I'm not the phone guy. I have it on my phone, and I've punched it a couple times to see what it does. But it's as far as the app goes, it's a pretty little thing. It's got the Orange Blossom Opry logo. Mine's right underneath Amazon, next to Doppler radar. And,
See, once
and
you click
reverb.
it, you can skip the login, and it brings you right to the home where you get your tickets and
Oh, so you can
all
get
kinds of
tickets
stuff.
off it, yeah. And see the shows, too?
Yeah, no, the podcast.
Oh. Does it talk about upcoming shows?
Yeah, it has all the upcoming events. You can buy tickets.
Well, why are we talking about that? Just put the app on your phone, y'all, and then you'll have everything.
Then
We
you
want
don't even listen to us at all.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we have to pay attention to what we're doing. Heck, that'll be awesome. Well, we're kind of winding up. Any more questions here? We're going to wind up.
I want to give a quick shout out to Miss Bonnie here. Thank you so much for the cinnamon rolls.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, like we need those.
Yeah.
You know, our chef, Chris, made cinnamon rolls and made a whole pan of those things. How many of those did you eat, Eddie?
It had to be 6 or 8 of them.
Yeah,
for
Eddie
sure.
ate 6 of them. How many
Every
of these?
time I
See,
passed
that's
it,
why I
they
wanted
were-
to keep these secret.
They were calling me. Hey, we got to talk about our merch store. We've got brand new cowbells in there. You know, polo T-shirts. They got some new magnets. I think.
Yeah,
might
they got
be
refrigerator magnets.
They might be
with
scratch
pictures
and
of us
sniff
on it.
magnets. I'm not sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Refrigerator magnets. Okay. And
I don't know
We
what
have another
pictures
question
on the
down here.
magnets though. What's on the magnets?
It's us.
it is. I'm gonna have to go
Band.
see that picture of the band on
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
And put us on your refrigerator. They don't stick to the toilet, do
You
they?
throw darts at it.
Yeah, we don't want that. Okay, yes, sir. May I help? Yeah. Where are you from? And name.
Jack from Michigan,
Whereabouts?
Port Huron.
Oh yeah, I know it well.
Yeah. Bobby, your song, I'm Just a Music Man.
Oh yeah.
That's a great song. How long ago did you write that song?
I don't know. Not too long ago. A year maybe. Yeah, one of those things.
Has to be more than a year because I've
I
been here.
wish you'd sing
well,
it
maybe
more often.
maybe 2 years.
I
Yeah,
wish
maybe.
you'd sing it more often on Friday night.
All right, I'll do it this Friday night. How's that?
That's great.
All right,
Yeah.
by request. Well, awesome. Thank you very much. Yeah, I was going to do Thank God for Kids because I do this thing at the end of the show where I kind of sit on the stool and come out and play. I thought about doing Thank God for Kids, but we'll do that. Yes, sir, Larry.
Yeah, Larry Skim, I'm from Michigan.
Yeah, I know all about you.
Yeah. I just wanted to thank everybody from around here. I'm heading back to Michigan today, and hope to see you next fall.
All right.
So,
Hey, Larry Skim, been a friend of mine since I was a kid, and you need to get up there
Most
Willie
people don't know it.
Dyson.
He's actually Santa Claus.
Well, he plays Santa Claus on our Christmas show, everybody. That's what Larry does, and stays down here, does a fine job. But he also keeps my grass mowed and everything else done with my house in Michigan all summer long. Willie Dice keeps the snow plowed, and Larry keeps the grass mowed and calls me up and said, well, the ceiling fell in or whatever happened. Who knows whatever happened. Possum got in under the fence and whatever. So Larry
One
takes
more
care of it.
question.
Yep,
Hey,
another quick question.
I just realized today is 4 years since my mom passed, and those were her specialty. And everybody asked me for the recipe, and I will not give it out.
Well, awesome. And you know what
4 years.
what the greatest thing is I can see from here, Dangerous, is they've got peanuts in them. So
No, they don't. She knows.
He's got a peanut allergy.
Man,
so
see,
you
we
probably,
could have eliminated Kurt and Dave both if we would have put
yeah,
peanuts on.
Kurt and Dave would have been both out if you
Doggone
just
it.
put peanuts in it.
Yeah, they'd have been running.
Yeah, we'd have taken them out. Hey, folks, speaking of running, we got to hit the road. Man, thank you all for coming out. Hope you had fun. God bless you, everybody. Come and see us at the Orange Blossom Opry sometime, everyone. You'll be glad you did.